I remember Donald Trump was actually a really big fan of wrestling, and there's one part in that match where that battle royal, where Bad News takes me in. I think it's Bad News, but somebody throws me in the turnbuckle frontwards, and I hit the turnbuckle. And when you watch it, you can see Donald Trump just about falls off his chair. And I know that it kind of impressed him. Like I think Donald Trump was enough of a fan that when I took a good front turnbuckle, it stood out in his mind, because I remember meeting him in the back at the end of the show, and he treated me really well. He came up and suggested we get a picture together, and we got a picture with him. I got a picture of me and Jim the Anvil, and I think my son is in the picture, maybe my dad. And it was just a nice picture. And I remember the next year when I saw Donald Trump again, I didn't think he'd pay any attention to me very much. But I remember he came up and he asked me, he goes, "How'd that picture turn out last year?" And he goes, "Let's get another one." We took another picture. So, I mean, my experience of Donald Trump back then, that he was always a bit of a fan, and I think he had a lot of respect for the wrestlers.
And how were those Trump Plaza WrestleManias? Because that was the first time they'd ever done it back to back.
They were okay. I can't say I was that excited about the Battle Royal. I got a phone call from Vince McMahon about a week before WrestleMania that year. And he said, "We got more fan mail for you right now than any other wrestler in the company. We can't figure out why." He goes, "Why you got..." He goes, "So we're turning you into a good guy. You're going to turn babyface, and we're going to give you a big push." And I remember, like, I was really happy with my relationship and tag experiences with Jim the Anvil, and I thought we were doing really well at the time. But turning me babyface and making me a big star was certainly, appetizing for me. I mean, I thought, geez, that'd be great. But it never happened. I learned something in that whole experience, was that when they tell you you're going to give you a big push is not when you lose to the first guy you wrestle against. I remember I wrestled Bad News, and he beat me everywhere I went, every town, and just, basically annihilated me. And then basically my job was to build him up for Hulk Hogan. And I remember kind of going, "Well, where's this big push? All the fan letters and everything, that I was supposed to be so popular, and you're beating me every night."